Thank you all for your time to join this training. My name is Jack Hopman and I am the creator of the AnyLab.Now portal. I am very pleased that you could attend this training, and my goal is that I'm going to explain how the portal works and for newbies, what you can do with it. Also for the existing users, you can ask me any question. I'm happy to answer them. So for those who don't know me specifically, I'm 50 years old. My name is Jack Hopman and I'm doing online offline marketing since 2009. I'm the owner of AnyLab.Now in Boca Raton, and I'm the creator of the AnyLab.Now drug test portal with more than 75 happy users. I also do Google AdWords management to drive business to your location, and currently I have spent more than 1.7 million in Google AdWords. So this is a little bit what I do related to AnyLab.Now. So let me tell a little bit about the background of the drug test portal. It's created in 2009. At the point we were ramping up our business and we couldn't handle all the administration. My wife needed to step back and I was heavily involved in the business. And my memory is not that good that I can remember 20 or more customers a day. And if things are not organized, I get nervous. So at that point, there was not a good portal available. And because of my background with databases and software, I decided to create one by myself. And now it is released in 2010 to all locations, and more than 75 AnyLab.Now locations are using it. So let me open the portal, change screens. Are you able to see now the portal? This is the screen what you see when you're logged in. This is a training portal. Type in a yes if you see the new portal, of the drug test portal. Okay, thanks for your feedback. So the drug test portal is actually very simple. It has a drug test section where all your information is stored from the donors. It has an account section where you keep the information from your drug test account for your companies, where they send employees for. It has a link to the background website, and it also has a random test module. For management, which you don't need much, you can enter. One second. You can enter or select a device, and there's all kind of settings what you only have to do once. The name of the MA and all kind of things. So let's add a drug test. A drug test is easy. Go to the drug test overview and you click on add drug test. The first thing the portal is going to ask is the date of birth of the donor, for two reasons. One is, it's important information, and the second one is it also checks if that donor is already entered in the portal. So let's check date of birth, and then you can check new or existing customer. And this donor has not been entered in the portal, so you're going to enter the first and the last name, the ID, and if it is from private testing and they don't want to share the ID, you check not verified. Then you can enter how it was verified, and now comes the important question: is this donor connected to an account or is this private? So let's first do a test with only private. So there's all information which you can enter what are not required, but to store that information for later usage. Let's say Boca 33428. Then you can get the donor's email if he wants to. .com. A fax number if he wants to have the results faxed. Now also report to, assume the donor wants to have it also report to a lawyer or to his mother or whatever it is. So you have a field to enter that too. Then the donor can let know how he wants to have the results reported. Either pick up, call, fax, email, use mail or online, or all of them. So let's do a couple of them. And also online, I will come back to that later. Then collector, you can select the name. Let's say Laura Bradbury for the guys who are a couple of years with AnyLab now. They still know Laura Bradbury. Then select a testing device, let's say intent panel, and then it expands and it shows all the tests from the intent panel. Then you select either the results is negative or pre-assumptive positive, and let's assume for marijuana it is pre-assumptive positive. That's quite possible. It's not observed, and test performed, let's say yes, and then press save. So now we have created an instant drug test, and this is the report generated with that information. So I probably went a little bit fast, but I wanted to show you that creating an instant report is very easy and fast. Any question about this section? Type in a yes if you have a question, type in a no if you don't have a question. Okay. So there's also here a print button. If you have that report, you can click on that print button and you can print it to your printer. Okay, so now what you see in this overview is the donor first last did a drug test, was positive, pre-assumptive positive for THC. So the most logical step is to send it out to a lab. Let's assume Alera. And now you see that here is an upload button is coming up, and once the result from the lab is in, you can download it from Alera and upload inside the portal. It reminds you which the name of the donor and the date of birth. Let's assume we upload a test document. Okay, this is just a test document, and now this result is also uploaded to the portal. Also what you see here is the donor said, I want to pick it up, I want to call, I want to fax, I want to email, I don't want US email, I don't want online. Is there a way to upload to the portal without saving it to our computer? No, there's not. You have to download, save it to your upload folder, and then upload in the portal. So what you see is now an instant test has been done, sent out the lab, it has been received. You want to open that document, this is just a test document, and read it. And you see this send timer, and once that test is back, you want to check off the result, negative, positive, or invalid. Let's assume it is negative, and look at the send timer. Okay, now that's changed to an N, so that is done, and now you can report to the donor, like agreed. Either pick up, call, it's just a check off, but you can also fax the results. Okay, and then because of this pre-assumptive positive, he gave you also a warning that you might want to make sure that it is correct. You can also email directly to the donor with a template, and then the report is attached to the email. So far, question about this? Okay. So feel free to ask questions while I'm speak, so I can catch up with those questions later on. So you see here, okay, so let's assume, and once you're done, you say you have fax and you have email. You want to make sure, and that is one of the most common thing I see MAs are forgetting. Once it's done, you want to check this box. This box means everything is done. All the colors are turning black. And that means, like if you would do it in a paper book, you would also line it out. So this checkbox, you want to check when everything is done what was needed for this donor. Everybody get that? Okay. So let's assume we add another donor. And let's go back in time. Enter the date of birth. Oh, and that is very coincidental. Now you see that this donor has already been entered in the portal. So you can now select this donor is the same, has a first name, the same date of birth, or is a new donor. Okay. If you select that donor is already in the portal, you will see that all those fields are already filled out. Okay. They are already filled out, and you only have to update information. Okay. And you say press task performed, yes, and done. So that is, once the donor is in the system, it is just click done. Okay. Then you can print the report, and you can either send it to the lab or not, depending on how you want to proceed with that account, with that donor. And if you're done, you just check mark that. Okay, let's try it again with a date of birth, which is not in the system, I hope. Okay, this donor is not in the system. We have the ID, and now this donor comes for an account, check account, and now all those accounts which are entered in the system, let's say we choose PC repair. Once we choose PC repair, it is all those information. Okay, then you can select the device, same deal. Test performed, yes, and press save. So what you now see is the donor name, the date of birth, but also the account name. And if you hover over this link, you see it turns blue, you click on it, and now you see all the account information, what has been entered with that account. You know, the first name, the last name, the company name, the frequency of billing, which device to use, if they have an online account. And you can also enter here notes in the notebook or in account. So that is how easy it is to connect a donor with a company. And it also pre-format how the company wants to get reported. This company wants to have a fax reported and look it online. So those arrows are fat blue. So once you're done with reporting, you do the same, you check the checkbox. Is everybody following this? And Tell yes if you follow it, tell no if you have a question, and please ask that question. Okay, sounds like you guys are on speed. So there are a couple of things what you want to how you want to manage the portal. You see here this orange, blue and red dots. So how often have you sent out to the lab and you don't know if everything has been reported within the promised time? This is what the red dot does. Okay, you did a test, you sent it out to a lab and it didn't came in yet. So you can sort those tests in progress and overdue. You click on red and now you see all those collection dates red. They are sent out, but the test didn't, the test results didn't come in. So you see this, John Smith is done at 5/16 is date of birth. So it has been sent out to the lab and never came in to the lab. So what you want to do, you want to check for John Smith at Alere portal, get the results because the collection date was 3/11. Assume you got it, you upload it. I use again the test document and I'm going to report it according to how it was promised. You know, this result was negative, and then I check this off, and now John Smith is not anymore red. So if you would sort on red, John Smith is not red anymore. Let's see that it save it. I think there are 2 John Smith in it. Okay. So that is how you keep track on overdue tests. Blue means tests in progress and not overdue. So they are just in progress. And orange means show everything or show all is here. The number of red tests which are overdue are listed here. 3 tests are overdue. So you want to keep that as low as possible because that means more or less your donor expected the results or your account expected the results and they haven't received it yet. So that is one. The second one is if you need a blank instant drug test report, you see it here. Okay, this is an image. And if you click on it, you see the logo, you see the donor information, what you have to fill out for the panel, check which test device are used, sign and date and ID number. You can easily print 20 of those and have them, ready to go for new customers. Everybody get this image? Okay. So if you want to have it specifically for a donor, you press on the plus sign. Let's say the donor came in, I'm searching for that donor, okay, and he wants to have another test done. I click on add new, press save. There's now here's an image, the same image. This is a blank image, but this is the image report specifically for this donor. You click on this and all the information what is in the portal is already filled out. So now it becomes a customized drug test report, which very easily to update the missing information. And what is done, you want to go test performed, yes. You see this? No, yes. And then you report it on the usual way. And once you have reported on the usual way, you check it off. Does everybody get this step? Okay. So there isn't there is just a private section in the portal and there is an account section in the portal. So here are all the accounts listed, and you can click on the name or you can click on the edit account. I like always to click on the name, and then you have the business name, the street, and all those kind of information which are belonging to this account, and has just to my knowledge or nothing more that you need to know. You can also enter price what you need to charge that account, so you feel confident what to charge that account. It's all listed, all available in the account. Okay, if you want to say, the T, show all the tested employees for that account, you click on T, and then you see those are all the donors for that account, and here the same letter T. So if you would go show all, you see here the same letter T, you click on that, and now it shows only the donors for that account. Does everybody get that? If you want to see all the donors for a certain account, you click on the letter T. The same goes for, I want to see all the tests from private tests. How often does it come that somebody comes in and wants to have the results, from the 4 or 5 last month? You press on the P and you get all his results. Or you can sort on the date of birth, but you have to make sure that it's the same donor, because different people can have the same date of birth. Okay, so it's all kind of tricks in this where helps you to manage your account. Here are also some certain numbers. Important to know what are your most important accounts. C means number of drug tests this month. P means number of drug tests last month, and T is total. So if you want to sort on total and you want to see which are your most important accounts, you just click on T. That gives you good indication, and since you always have shortage on time, you want to make sure that the accounts who deliver you the most business get at least served the best. Okay, any questions about accounts? Okay, so I'm going to show you some steps, some information which you only have to do once, but I wanted to show you that you have those flexibility. Okay, most of the settings are done in additional fields. On the name, you can enter new medical assistants, or if you say now Laura Bradbury doesn't work anymore for our location, you click on visible and then it toggles to hide. Okay, now Laura Bradbury is hidden and will not show up anymore as a collector. You do not want to delete a medical assistant from the portal because you want to keep that information with the sample, with how it was collected. But there's no need to show that medical assistant as a new collector if it doesn't work anymore for the location. The frequency of billing, pay via, send invoice, all those drop-down boxes you can change. The most important thing is the drug test lab. So if you use another drug test lab than are listed, you can enter them here. Same if you say, now I don't use any more drug test lab tool, you click on visible and then it toggles to hidden, and now drug test tool will not show up anymore in the drop down box. Okay, so lab test location doesn't change that often. Name of the company, the fax and the phone number, the email, the website, the opening hours, and the time zone. Okay, Now there is one important setting in the portal for able to fax, and you click on fax settings, and that is here where you set up an account. Click here for fax account, and that is here you get a username and password, and you fill out that username and password here. Okay, that is how you set up a drug test account. Questions about this? Okay. The next block is actually email fields is also important block. Email fields are predefined templates for sending information, okay, results. So you have a subject and the welcome text and this, and you can change anything, okay? But make sure if you change the email, it keeps that the same format. But that is how you can personalize the email. So there is a one next step module within the portal to perform for the accounts, and that is random drug testing. Okay? Random drug testing is you predefined how donors get selected from a pool. And according to settings, those donors get elected. Okay? Assume first you want to make sure that the company has employees has a pool of employees where you can draw from. So click on the L from that account. And you will see here those are the donors which are in the pool. Okay? And you can add new employees via this. Okay? You can enable them or disable them, you know. If you uncheck him, he doesn't work anymore for that company. And if the information is not entered correctly, you can update that information. You can also import a CSV list if you have a huge list. So the first step to create an account, to create a random pool, is upload the employees. Then you click on random test. Now you want to set up the pool to run that random test. So you create a new pool, you give the name, let's say ALTN training 2. Is this in DUT pool, yes or no? If it is in DUT pool, you select one of the modes and the percentages are automatically updated. See that? Now you can select the interval, let's say quarterly. Now you want to make sure that those percentages are minimum. But if you have a small size of pool, you might want to increase those percentages to make sure if they miss a random test, that you still have enough people tested to meet the minimum pool requirements. Okay, so let's assume we make this 50, and alcohol we stay at 10. Then let's assume we started the first of the month to the end of the year. And we save new pool. Then it's going to ask which list. We save for PC repair and we press save. and then it shows the list of employees for that account. So we go back to random test. We go back to random test, and now this pool has been created. And since it is 5-1, let me change it to 4-1. So that was beginning of this month, and save this pool. And now I can run this pool. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. And now it randomly selected a couple of donors according to the settings. Now you can do two things. You can call the account and tell which donors are selected, or you can email them with a predefined email, and there's an attached email, a PDF where the donors are shown. Second, let me go up. So those are the 3 donors attached to the email, which gets sent to the account. Or you can save them as a CSV file, and you can have it on your desk to check them off who came in. And once they came in, you select them complete, or you excuse them if they don't come in. Okay, any question about this? This is a little bit advanced, but I wanted to show you, and I got a question, how randoms works. So you can, if a donor comes in, you can click on the donor name inside the random, and automatically it pops up the screen to click on the plus sign, and it automatically shows how that the drug test is done for that donor. Okay, and it has, complete. Then there came a question, if a donor comes in, let's say for a hiring test, then can you add automatically the donor to the account? Yes, you can. There's a setting under accounts, and auto added new employees to the list. So if you change that to yes, a new donor which get drug tested get automatically added to the account list. Can you combine smaller employee pools with larger pools? In principle you can, but it's a little bit harder to manage. So then the account's a little bit messed up, but if you go to list of employees, there's a location. That location field you can use to enter the account name, but you want to make a little bit, you want to be a little bit careful that you don't report the wrong donor to the wrong account. But that is more a Sandra question. What I do is I just increase the percentage of smaller pools, and I want to make sure that at least the minimum donors get tested. But if you have 10 small accounts from only 3 donors, that you might want to consider to put them all, but the reporting is a little bit harder because all the donors get connected to one account. But that is my question for Sandra, because there are also legal things inside of it. So any other questions? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Robin. You're welcome. Any other questions? Do you like me to demo some other features? I know there is a couple of you guys using the portal heavily, and if you don't mind, enter your opinion how it used, so other MAs how you like it, so other MAs get an impression by real users. So we have the drug test, account background. We have training videos, tutorials. We have a Frigus asking questions, and we have a support. So you have all the training you need, and you have me as a real user on the background to answer the questions you couldn't find by yourself. And once you sign up, you get a 1-hour training, and I have not came across that an MA couldn't learn it in an hour. So I got a comment back: I really enjoy having the portal. It makes life so much easier to go to one place to find the results in a few seconds. So let me, this is from Jacksonville. Thank you. And Robin report, I like it. It makes reporting easy for donors and employers. I have gotten many of complaints on how simple reporting is. Yeah. It is made by somebody who use it, and I need it. It is not made by a third company who, just follow a specification. And it always, every month there are some little things, but I get feedback from and gets implemented. So thanks for your feedback. Okay, I don't want to hold you up more than necessary. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. So my phone number, my cell phone number is 561-213-4002. And I'm looking forward to help you with drug testing and all other needs to run your business. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully the replay is successful. The recording is successful, so I can send out the replay. Thank you all for your time again.